Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first stream of the season for B-League Season 14. I'm still working on getting the the title correct because I forgot to change it. Here we go. Sorry about that. It is indeed not the finals. That would be fun, but no. There we go. What's up, Eric? Welcome. All right, and I have the drafter link here. Let's see. The question is the Seaman Amos gave me did the overlay account for the fact there's ads at the bottom? Yes, it did. Okay, good. Close that and close this other stuff. All right. We need to change the screen for this. So we will. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing. That's the problem. Here we go. Let's see. We need. There we go. That should do it. Once I get the screen up. All right, let's see if that looks right. Sure does. Minus the box, the team boxes are a little off center, but I can fix that probably. I'll have to figure that out later. But this is my first time using this overlay, obviously, so a little bit behind, or didn't have time to test it beforehand, but that's okay. Let me know if the music is too loud. Sounds fine to me, but you know. You guys are lucky you don't get to see the ad like I do on the screen. Nice, well-made overlay by Steven Amos. Looks pretty good. Seems like it more or less fits perfectly. Although I haven't seen the champions locked in yet, so it might be slightly off once we get to that part. We'll see. Caress already drawn a couple bands here from Team WWW. The Katarina and the Cassiopeia. And it's gonna be Sever first pick. Pretty common in Beer League. Very team-oriented champions. The scales well. CR gonna grab the Zyra for Hernandez Teaches. I know that's his go-to support. Absor, thanks for subbing. I probably need to resub too, actually. Let's see if it'll let me. Subbing is $8 a month now? Jesus Christ, Twitch. He's jungling? Is he? That's wild if that's true. Caitlyn Sever, pretty common Beer League matchup with the Jinx band. Ooh, 12 months straight, damn. Pyro in here supporting the league. Let's see, how do these champions look? It looks very slightly cropped up at the top, but that's probably something that could be fixed. So, pretty good overlay. Thank you to our commissioner for that. When I'm looking at the bands for CR, I guess Zesty Queso is the triple world 3W top laner, so those Kled and Gragas bands make sense. And then Victor. I actually don't know who their mid laner is. I suppose we'll find out when we get into game. You ever play with nameplates on if you remember to turn them on? You play with them off? How are you supposed to know who's calling you slurs then if you don't have the nameplates on? That's fair. If you have a hard time telling some of the champions apart sometimes, that's fair. There are definitely some specific skins where it's like I can't tell what champion that is. It's hard to tell for sure, so I get that. Understandable. Sup, Sarsway? I don't think I've seen you here before that I can remember. Are you one of the new players, or one of the rookie players in the league this split? Yes, a rookie. Gotcha. And yes, huge thank you to Blue Metal, aka Benson, for all of the work he has done for the beer league so far this season with getting the bot set up and you know, helping make it easier to make beer league happen. So much love to him, very appreciated. And the website, of course, obviously, because he made the website as well. Well, him and Vermilion, I think they both make the website. I'm actually not 100% on that. And wow, we're going to actually see a Heimerdinger lock in here for Triple W. That's wild. Website is made by Vermilion. Okay, gotcha. So he does the website and you do the Discord stuff, I assume. You scold him when it goes down. I'm glad someone's keeping him accountable. And yeah, Heimerdinger pick is kind of wild. It's going to look like it's going to probably be a Heimerdinger mid, too. I can't remember last time I saw a Heimerdinger mid. Is that going to be Smolder mid to go against Heimerdinger? I can see the logic. You can turn the music down a bit. Okay, yeah, I was worried it might be a little too loud, so let me... There we go. And Smolder, another common beer league pick. Okay, yeah, so it's going to be Smolder versus Heimerdinger mid lane, by the looks of it. Classic mid lane, obviously. No real front line here for Triple W. I'm not going to say WWW. That's way too much work to say. So Triple W they are. Or maybe I should call them Triple U, because that's instead of W, it's Triple W, Triple U. I'm going to call them Triple U. That's their new name, I've decided. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties with the in-game lobby here. Apparently they're not able to press the start game button. Wait a minute. It lets you put 6 players on a team in custom games? Or it lets you at least line up 6 on a team? That's crazy. Looking for beer league champion support player to have kids with. You might, I don't know how many people I'd even qualify for that, to be honest. It says we have... Gifted a sub to Caress. Ooh. Well, I think we're remaking the lobby here. We'll try again. Hold on, they need... There's some confusion here. We're figuring it out. It wouldn't be a beer league game without technical difficulties of some kind. Tournament code broken? No, they're not. For some reason, the start game button is grayed out, so they're not able to click it for some reason. So they're trying to remake the lobby and see if that fixes it. I don't know if it's their fault, Tyler. It might not be. I know that we people are bad at following directions in the beer league, but it might not be their fault this time. So we're just give. God damn, we play all players. All. God damn. Zor bringing out the wallet for this stream. Holy moly! No more ads. Oh yeah, I forget that the beer league stream has ads because I use Prime on it every month. But all right. You guys can't see the oh, I guess you guys can see the edge of the champ select right now. Or no, you can't. But for a minute there, Team Triple U had 5 top laners, which probably not the meta strat. I'm being honest. Okay.
Hey, I want to reach out to commissioners.
What's up?
I mean, this just isn't. We can't hit start game
at all. Even with everyone like in and role selected, it just doesn't work.
Yep.
That's very strange. Hold on, mate. Let me see if I leave and it fixes it. Hold on. All right. Tell me if you can click it now.
Hold on, I need to tell him to make me party leader.
Oh, he left. Okay. Did it work? They're not able to get the tournament code lobby working, so they're just gonna make another custom lobby and see if that fixes it. How much for the beer league? Not much. Our net value is low. We'll see if this works. Slam's Caitlyn value is low. It wasn't looking good last night for sure. It was my go-to ADC when I played the season I played ADC in Beer League, though. It went really well, actually. All L, of course. I just stood there and right-click things. Is it working? Just regular lobby? Yeah, they're just trying a regular custom lobby, but they're also Hernandez teaches is talking with the commish to see if they figure it out. Tourney code is the problem? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, but who are the teams? CR, it's if you want a roster lineup here, although they're on the wrong. It is Zesty Queso. For Triple U, it is Zesty Queso, Glow Aftershock, Mercenary Wolf, Pikachu, and Vermilion. And for CR, it is Mr. Player 2, Rogue Otters, Smep, Hernandez Teaches, and Caress. Why are the teams? True. Yeah, they're trying to see if they can fix the issue with attorney codes, because if we do it this way, the stats will all be lost, and we don't want that. That'd be sad. Let's see, is the commish in the call with them somewhere? I don't know what they're doing, but whatever. It's fine. We'll just chill here. Guess we can talk about the comps a little bit. We'll go ahead and do, while we're waiting, we'll go ahead and do Lodal, because why not? All right. Crap off my screen. All right. Oh, it hasn't reset yet. Well, shit. Well, there you go. I got Renata and 3 guesses for this one. Whoops. Never mind. Rip to the Lodal. Let's see. Yeah, they're working with the Zesty Queso is working with the commish over there to try to figure it out. The commish is one of the people playing in this game, so there you go. And there is another game starting right about now. Yeah, the other game's set to start here pretty soon too, so we'll see if they're also having the same problem. Any beer drinkers in the chat? I imagine some. It is the beer league. Have everyone relog? I mean, yeah. All right, well, we're waiting for that, figuring that out. We'll go ahead and look at the team comps here. I have to give the edge already just to CR, just because they have an actual front line. Because they got the Ornn and Nautilus, and they've got double rate scaling 80 carries. Smolder, Caitlyn, and then Zyra as well to provide kind of some CC support. WW or Triple U's comp is just odd, a little all over the place. I guess it's kind of a siege comp a little bit, maybe a bit of a kite comp, but I don't know if CR doesn't really have to go in. I don't think they could just let their dual AD carries win the day. So I definitely have to give the edge to CR here for sure. All right, well, we're trying another lobby here, so we're only 30 minutes late to start. It's not bad. Although I guess the start time is the start of a draft, not the start of the game, so. All right. Looks like the lobby's finally working. All right. We are finally into the actual draft. The question is, will somebody fuck up and pick the wrong thing? So how was everyone's off season? It was pretty good. I enjoyed mine. I finally played RuneScape again for the first time since like 2007 and no-lifed it for a while. It was pretty fun. I think I'm about done with it though. I've done basically every quest, so that's what I've been doing. Plus cooking up some OSRS. No, RuneScape 3. How did you do every quest in a few months? The answer is that I created my new character at the right time, and I was able to get a lot of the quest recs or the requirements right high enough right away because of lamps and stuff. So I know OSRS is the most popular one, but I couldn't play it. Like, I quit RuneScape back when OSRS was RuneScape, you know? So I had no desire to go back to that. I was interested to see what the modern game was like, and for the most part I enjoyed it a lot. So I don't understand why it has such a bad rap. Oh god, Maple Story. It had big numbers, and I like that. That's fair. I love how everyone's reaction is, "Oh God, Maple Story." Yep, that was the thing back in those mid 2000s. I remember. I never played it myself, but my siblings were obsessed with it for a while. I feel like that mid 2000s era was like really the era of games that were free and online, but they could afford to be shitty because there just weren't that many of them, and people didn't have great computers. So if you could run a decent game on a computer, or and be online and free, you could get huge. That's basically RuneScape as well, right? RuneScape blew up because it was a free-to-play MMO in the early 2000s. It was 2 gigabytes. It took me 10 hours to download it. Yeah, those early 2000s internet speeds were not great. I remember. RuneScape wasn't available in the 2000s. Yes, it was. It came out in 2001. PKing and Varrock. Yep, right along the wall. RuneScape Classic enjoyer. Oh boy. Eric's already trying to gaslight me that it really is a new season. OSRS is from 2007. Yes, it is. But the original RuneScape came out in 2001. Were you even alive then? Dude, I'm old. Of course I was alive then. I am an old man. Alright, now we just gotta wait for spectator delay. Now we'll have to see if there's a pause once we get into the game. No, I remember I finally got membership for RuneScape back in 2007. You know, and I got it for a month just to try it out, and it was fun. I enjoyed some of the, the early quests like Lost City and stuff, but I also got an Xbox 360 and Call of Duty 4 back then, and yeah, that was better than RuneScape, I'm afraid. So, it's a stout game not being streamed, at least not live. So maybe someone will pick it up later. Maybe I'll do it tonight. We'll see. I know they are doing a patch tomorrow, so so maybe we can talk someone into streaming it, or maybe I'll like. How many games do we have before the patch tomorrow? Actually, let's see. Let's look at the schedule. Let's see. We have Monday. Monday. So there are any Tuesday games? And there's a Tuesday game. Yeah, so there's 3 more series besides this one. Assuming I'm reading this correctly, there are 3 more series before the thing resets. We'll see. See if we can grab them. Slammer and we play against each other. Zoe IRL. You think I'm not gonna ban Zoe? Who knows? Maybe I'll do a watch party for the other series tonight. We'll see. I'll see how I feel at the end of the series and how long it goes. Normally, I would just pick Morgana into Zoe to counter it, but I have a feeling you're not going to let me play that, so the ban it is. All right, I'll go ahead and pause that. We are going to get into it. The question is, there are like, what is it, like 3 or 4 stout teams that are all rookies. So the question is, will they know like the legacy picks to know what to ban against you know, a lot of these players that are really famous for like one champ in Beer League? You know, like obviously the teams that have played against me before, they'll ban Morgana every time, but will these new teams know to do that? That's the question. So maybe one of them will hand me my first Morgana loss in Beer League. We shall see. I know people didn't believe in it in Beer League either, but after like 9 wins in a row, they're like, all right, we're going to stop letting him play that, which is smart. I'm up against rookie team tomorrow. Spoiling Morgana pick, I think they're going to figure it out. The over-under on the Nidalee ban, I'd say the odds are pretty good. Let's say the odds are pretty good. Oh yeah, you're right, it is Hernandez teaches in the jungle. That's interesting, okay. Press O, did I not? Oh, I must have pressed it by accident. There we go. Thank you. I wish I could get a way to get this, my voice speaking thing off on the screen, but if there's a way to do that, I don't know how. Maybe a Discord setting somewhere. It's kind of clogging up some real estate on the screen. My microphone? Yeah, like, 'cause I'm in the casting channel, right? So every time I yap, it shows my thingy on the left side of the screen. Both junglers starting top side. Zyra clear much faster, which is not surprising. Echo's early clear is pretty stinky. I imagine most of these lanes will be pretty stalematy. I don't think we're going to see a lot of early action. But who knows? It's League of Legends. It tends to surprise you. But I'd be shocked if there are any solo kills. I mean, Sever felt secure enough to start Cole, so... I'm actually kind of surprised that that Smolder didn't also start Cole. Does Cole proc if you kill a thing like a Heimer turret or like a Malzahar Void Link? Does that proc? I assume it doesn't, but that would be interesting if it did. Oh, coming in for the early gank on the Heimerdinger, but... Ooh. Honestly, he could have kept going. I don't think he needed to back off there. I guess he was afraid of the jungler, but he's going to be afraid of the jungler in the other direction. And Hernandez teaches you going to have to flash to avoid getting stunned there. It does? Really? I know it does things like Smolder stacks and stuff, but it doesn't work with Cole. That's what I'm asking. Does not work with Cole. Yeah, I didn't figure it would. But I was just thinking out loud here. While we're waiting. It's gonna be the it's a jack of all trades. It's triple tonic cashback Sivir. Okay, he's going for the money maxing build. Gotcha. It works with Cole. Shut up, Eric. Eric gaslighting in the chat as usual. Whoa, hold it. How did they get a kill? What happened? Did Caitlyn step up way too far? What happened? Oh no! The minion auto! Oh, that's tragic. The one last caster minion auto is going to get first blood. Tough. All right, we're going to look for a gank at the top. It will be seen. Now, if Ornn times his W well, he can use that to avoid the Echo Stun. But it is a pretty tight timing, so interesting to see if we have that happen this game. Pretty big CS lead in bot lane already for Triple U, which is surprising. I guess they do have the Karma. Karma's pretty tough to lane against. Let's go CR. Welcome, Stone. Supporting your boys. Good man. Now, CR is kind of interesting because they won a championship 3 seasons ago, and then they split the league into Stout and Light League, and that team couldn't really stay together anymore. So Team CR basically got split in two. So you had the Light League version kept the name CR, and then the higher level players, Eric, and mostly Eric, to be honest, they moved on to other teams playing Mercenary, basically. Although, actually, I think they played as CR in the Stout League last season, I think. I don't know, they kind of move around a bit. But mostly Eric. There was Stone, too, of course. There was Stone, too. But Eric was definitely the big one. And Bernie as well, although I managed to steal him away this season. Thank you very much for that, Eric, by the way. Appreciate it. Bernie isn't even CR. I guess that is true, isn't it? He's never... Well, he played for CR last season. Didn't he? Yeah, he did. But yeah, I guess he played for 2 first. That was his first team. So he's not really CR, though. All right, fair enough. Everyone on this CR is CR? I see. That's going to be a Drake solo here by Echo here. And we got Caitlyn with the streamer mode. I actually don't even remember who this is. I don't remember who their ADC is. I'm sure someone will be able to say it. Stone isn't CR either. I feel like Stone is at least as much CR as Eric is. Have you guys been on every team together so far? Mr. Player 2? That's right, Mr. Player 2. I remember him. I think he had to fill in as a sub against me in mid lane once. He did an admirable job, considering his point cost. He held his own. Stone didn't come here from CR? I don't know, man. All I know is that he was on the first roster of CR with you, so, you know. Karma on streamer mode too? Am I not paying attention? Yeah, okay. People with the streamer mode, they don't want to be seen, they don't want us to know who they are. I wasn't? Oh, okay. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. And yeah, like I predicted, pretty slow game here so far. Only 1 kill at the 8-minute mark, and that one could have been avoided. It just was a stray minion auto that Caitlyn could have lived from if she'd used the thingy. the barrier. Gonna look for a Zyra gank here. Can you get a nice E over the wall? No, they're not gonna walk close enough, I don't think. Although maybe they can bait them into something. You know, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for Karma here, I think. And they land the root on Karma. They will. Zyra not able to get the flash off in time. She's gonna go down, gonna get popped up by the Zyra ulti, but I don't think they have the damage to actually finish her off, and they do not. And now Sivir is actually gonna go ahead and flash over at the Nautilus. They have to back off. Another root coming in by Zyra, but not able to land. And yeah, I don't think anyone's going to die here, barring another jungler showing up. Or another person roaming. Meanwhile, Echo's just like, all right, good job, bot lane. I'm going to go grab grubs real quick. You know, well played by the Triple U bot lane to fight that off. Honestly, pretty impressive CSing so far. You know, this is the light league, but these people can still farm, you know. You know, there's a lot of gold and silver and gold players, some plat, but, you know, people, lower elo players farm way better than they used to back in the day. So, well done to them. Now, granted, I will say that CS scores are a little bit inflated this season because they made the minions spawn earlier, so you can subtract about 6 minions at the 10-minute mark because you get a full extra wave. But still, I mean, you know, you got 3 people with over 90 CS at the 10-minute mark. That's pretty good. Let's see, do a stack check for Smolder at 96 stacks already. That's a great pace, I'm pretty sure. So not all the low elo players. You still can't CS mid lane. Well, that's partly because you play Akali. And Akali's just... CSing with Akali is rough. It really is.
Smaller than the diagram.
Is Caress cooking? He's farming. That's like cooking. Yeah, he's getting extra stacks from killing these turrets here. About a 2k gold lead here for Triple U, thanks to the just some CS leads, mostly in bot lane. And that's about to be even bigger once they cash in those double culls they have. Even with other assassins like a Nivea, I can't CS. Funny. It's a good joke. Ooh, we're gonna get an all in here on the Karma. She's gonna go down. First kill of the game here for CR. And they're gonna have to back off here. Now the Echo's here. They do see him. Nice engage there by Rogue Otters on the Karma, able to catch Karma out with no sums. Ooh, gonna land the combo on Echo, and he's gonna have to bail. I will say, a lot of assassins are easier to farm with than they used to be, like LeBlanc. Since they made her Q like reset cooldown and give mana back on CSing with it, it's so nice. Like having to CS with autos all the time on LeBlanc was so miserable. There's gonna be a dragon here, but Echo does see this. He's gonna go in. He's gonna be able to death the combo. No! Zyra still manages to secure the dragon, but now they're gonna have to run, and Hibernator is gonna be able to kind of cut them off here. No Smolder here to help, but they're able to get out. I would have really liked... Oh, he didn't have ulti. I was going to say I'd really like to see like the ult grenade there to help, but he didn't have ulti, so... Nice smite by Mr. Hernandez Teaches. Who did change his name back, by the way. He was Eric29 last season as a joke, but now he is back. By the way, I played a ranked game of Leona mid today. Totally unrelated. I just thought of it because of this Essence Reaver. And I'm going to be real with you. Essence Reaver on Leona, kind of goated. Kind of goated. Basically, once you have it, you basically have infinite mana on Leona, and that's pretty OP. Is Light League fearless? Yes, it is. It is indeed. What was that -2 for Caress in the 1v0 lane? Tough. None of your business has subscribed. Welcome. So Tyler, aka Stephen Moss, what does happen with the money from the Twitch channel? Does it just get given to the admins? That's where it should go. By the way, I'm not arguing about it. I assume that's where it goes, but I appreciate all the work they do to make this happen. So if they can, help pay some of the site maintenance costs and stuff, maybe throw a bone the commissioner's way, I'm fine with that. Ooh, they're gonna go for another pick here on the Karma. She does have flash here, so she should be fine. Zach, what is this full Ionian boots? Yeah, that is Ionian boots. I mean, that's what they usually go on Gangplank, right? But oh, hold on, I'm trolling, getting distracted by chat. They're gonna keep going on this play here because they got their backup from the jungler. But Heimer is here, and diving a Heimerdinger is always scary. Whoa! Karma barely managing to dodge that Zyrie. That definitely saved her life. Now Nautilus is gonna go in, but Karma's gonna get the empowered W off to heal and live. And this play turning very badly here for CR. They just have to try to get out while they can. Oh, Caitlyn. Gonna go down to the Heimerdinger auto at the flash. And she's gonna get dove here, absolutely, if Echo can get in range. Did she dodge that? She dodged it, 100%. I saw the move. She dodged it. I mean, yeah, I probably could have thrown a better E to make it so you couldn't dodge it, but he did dodge it. He made a nice little pivot move towards the wall, so well played to him. That's hard to do in those pressure situations, making those small adjustments to dodge skill shots. Yeah, let's go with that. You don't upgrade boots, you think? I mean, it's only 600 gold. I don't know. I would prefer to I usually prefer to just do the boots and get them out of the way. I don't like sitting on tier 1 boots, especially on melee champs. That just turns into bad business. Only 600 goals is 2 full minutes of farming? Well, yeah. I don't know. I just don't like... I feel like if you fall behind the boots race as a melee champion, you have a really bad time. Because you just get kited by everybody. Critical is much more important. I could see that. I could see that. And what I'm also going to see is that Zyra is unfortunately going to get caught out here and go down. 6 kills here. Big lead for a Triple U. He's not a melee champion that way. That is true. That is true. He is a little bit unusual for a melee champ. But yeah, huge lead here for Triple W. 7k gold lead despite only a 5 kill lead. All those farm and objective leads adding up. Yeah, a lot in the bot lane. 3k gold lead in the bot lane. Just from that extra, mostly from that extra 60 CS. And yeah, that Gangplank 2.6k gold lead with only 1 kill because Gangplank things. Does Gangplank's, does his Q not... Hold on. Bit of a fight breaking out here. I thought his Q would tell you how much extra gold he's gotten from it, but maybe it doesn't? Or maybe it doesn't do it in Spectator mode? Either way. Nice barrel combo there. Gonna call in the ulti. That will be enough to take down Mr. Rogue Otter. Collecta? It does for him? Okay. So it's just a Spectator thing. Got it. Nice catch out here on Heimerdinger. He does have the Zanyas, but will that be enough to save him? He does get the ulti off tower off in time, which should zone them away from the dragon. Yeah, be a second dragon over 4 Triple U. CR scale so well, they just got to make it. I definitely do like their comp better, but so far they're struggling. So we'll see if they can hold on long enough to make their double ADC comp work. It's not looking good. 7k at this point is a pretty tough lead to play against. Oh. Look for an Ornn ult play. Yep, we're gonna try. Ooh, unfortunately, it goes right through the uprights and not gonna land. However, they are still able to catch out the Sivir. It's gonna go down. Big shutdown Now the siege has turned, but Heimerdinger's here on the side. They need to be careful. He can cause some crazy damage over here. If he throws like his empowered grenade here, that would be huge. Nope, he's gonna just hold his forces for the moment. If this is SMEB GP, CR never wins this game by outscaling. Or SMEP. SMEB? SMEB is the pro player, right? But yeah, we'll see if how Zesty Quesos matches up by comparison. We do have a Sunfire Cape alert here in the top lane. Everyone raise your Sunfire Capes. If Triple U as a professional player this year would lose, I would say that's also true. Yeah, he seems to be doing pretty well, and he's farming well. That's the most important thing on Gangplank. Get your gold. Maybe not the most important thing, but it is critical to the mission. For the record here, I think Ornn building Sunfire Cave here is totally fine. Ornn is tanky enough to just sit on people long enough for it to do meaningful damage. And he needs the he really benefits a lot from the extra help for the wave clear, so I don't mind the Sunfire Cape in this case. I think I would have built it here as well, so this is Samurai Jack approved Sunfire Cape. Stormer is your first item for Caitlyn. Interesting. Okay. Surprised he didn't go the Hex Optics. That's what everyone else seems to go on Caitlyn. Or Collector. I haven't seen... I mean, Stormers are kind of makes sense, I guess, but I haven't seen it. Oh, Zesty Queso's going to actually kind of get caught out here. He has Flash, but he's not going to get off in time. And they're going to get him. Wow, that Caitlyn ult did no damage. That was a rank 2 Caitlyn ult, by the way, and that did no damage. My goodness. That was sad. I know that like every time Caitlyn's too good, they just make her ult garbage again, which is sad because it's like it's an ultimate ability, you know? But I get it. You know, you don't really have a lot of room to take power away elsewhere, so you just nerf the ulti. Which is sad, but I get it. I'm kind of surprised that Smolder didn't go for the cooldown boots, but he went for Swift March instead. I think Swift March is totally fine. I'm just surprised he didn't go for the cooldown boots. And yeah, he's already at his 225 stacks, so he's on a great pace. And the gap has closed a bit, only a 5k gold lead now. They're making their way. Gonna go for a gank here on Zyra. Able to avoid the stun at least, but now Ornn is here. Ooh. Is that Mountain Drake might end up mattering a lot? It might. Ooh. Ornn's starting to upgrade people's items too. Oh, engage here on the Gangplank. Do they have the follow-up to make this happen? We'll see. Oh, the Ornn completely whiffs. It does not land, but EP is all is lonesome on the side. Huge Zyra ult, triple knockup. So even though the Ornn ult whiffs, it's still going to be a big team fight win for CR. 4 for 3 so far, but they should be able to get this dragon here. Well, maybe. Actually, I guess both the carries are pretty chunked, so maybe Heimer can keep them off of it. Wow, CR's mid laner looks like they could do well as an EC in the Stout League. True. Good thinking. And yeah, I mean, that was a good fight for CR, but it could have gone so much better if the Ornal hadn't whiffed. Unlucky. But yeah, you'll still take it. Close the gap lead, or close the lead some more.
The sweet smell of science.
She opts to upgrade the Essence Reaver. I suppose it's the right choice. Someone in chat tell me what the actual scaling of the Essence Reaver proc is. Like the Sheen proc, because I just looking at it, I have no idea what it's supposed to be. Like, it scales with crit, clearly. But I don't know. Nunya, maybe look it up on the wiki and see what it says. Ban streamer mode in beer league matches. Yeah, I don't like it either, but they're gonna go ahead and try to go for the dragon, but the engage is coming in. Ornn ulti not quite available yet, but now they secure the dragon, but now they're in a really bad spot here. Do they even see the no? Get the gangplank. I mean, maybe Nautilus didn't have hook, but that was so dangerous for him to be there. And yeah, they should be able to get Baron off of this. They have great Baron clear with the Zyra and the Ornn, so they should be able to grab this no problem. Now Echo is really good at stealing objectives, especially with this stupid new item. So maybe he can sneak in and do something. Yeah, but he's gonna go around. They don't see him, although now they see him. Okay, and as Nautilus at 100, your job to keep this Echo away from the Baron pit, so he has no chance of stealing it. So good job to Rogue Otters here, realizing his role in this play. No, don't go back. Keep him out. Keep him out of the pit. Do not let him get by. Yeah, there you go. Nice ult. There you go. Don't let him get anywhere close. Unfortunately, this is making the Baron take a while. They do secure it, but Zyra goes down. And they're going to secure the Baron, but I don't think they're going to get to use it. That Baron ended up being slower than I expected, and that gave enough time for Triple U to show up. And they're all gonna go down here, except for Smolder, who's going to keep the buff. Oh, no, Caress, no! Oh, my God! Oh, no! Oh, no! Okay, well, that would have been good to still have Baron, but he got a little too excited. Got a little too excited. Yeah, even though despite the CR getting the Baron, that gold gap actually increases. Although Baron doesn't give as much gold as he used to, so it's not quite as big of an advantage in that regard. Gonna be a big fight for this dragon here. I don't know if is CR strong enough to reasonably contest it. I think Baron will be out. Or no, it's already out because they got it and then died. Never mind. Never mind. Disregard. But yeah, is CR strong enough to contest this potential Dragon Soul here? They do have a lot of engage, so they have that going for them. But can they get it, leverage it to get a good fight here? Caress uses his hands. Maybe indeed. Echo look at getting vision control near the dragon pit early on. See if he can get a pick. Both teams kind of just waiting until that dragon spawns, trying to get as much gold as possible. Not a lot of gold in their pockets, so I doubt anyone will be able to get another full item before then, but we'll see. Caress being very smart, playing very patient, waiting for the wave to come up, knowing that the enemy's lurking around in the jungle. Who is Caitlyn? Caitlyn is Caitlyn. All right. Ooh, and they go for the gank on Gangplank, but he's able to actually get a kill in return and almost kill the Ornn as well. I don't think much will really come of it, though. I mean, Zyra will be back in time for the dragon, so it's a neat little play, but probably not super impactful on the game. And yeah, if you're Ornn, you really need to get this Force of Nature. Oh, yeah, Kanik. Get Kanik instead. I mean, Kanik's pretty good too. I would probably think Force of Nature would be better here against Heimerdinger, but I think Kanik is fine. Also, I guess he had the components for Kanik, so he kind of had to build it. So. And Triple U realizing this is their win con, so they're just camping out here waiting for the dragon. Ooh, that Sivir, that late game Sivir damage kind of starting to come in here. That Q hurts. Does Sivir's abilities scale with Oh, hold on. Does Sivir's abilities like scale with crit at all? Doesn't look like it. Or the Q doesn't at least. And yeah, they're taking a lot of damage here. Ornn already below half HP. He's gonna start the recall. They don't see him recall, thankfully, so they have to respect that he's still there. Bit of poke coming in return. He's gonna be able to come back. Does have TP. Now not just TP back right away. You don't want to miss being late to this fight, because this fight, if you lose it on SCR, you probably lose the game. So you gotta be prepared. Dragon has been started. All right, Hernandez teaches, a little bit scared to walk up to get into smite range as a Zyra, which is fair. And they're going to go ahead and pop the ultis to go ahead and get in. Zyra's able to secure it. No Dragon Soul for Triple U yet, but now the fight is on. Oh, Karma goes and gets in the front and gets ulted. Gangplank getting in there, but it's getting CG chain. He's going to go down to the smolder. Now the rest of Triple U has to run. They got no... This is the problem with having no front line, is no one wants to go in and lead the charge. Whereas, you know, Ornn and Nautilus, they love doing that. So their team comp is starting to work against them here. Even with their big gold lead, they just had to concede positioning on the Dragon because they didn't have anyone that could afford to stand in there. So well played by CR there, despite the deficit. The Mountain Drake mattered. There you go. Yeah, early Dragons. They don't matter really at the time, but you know, 20, 21 minutes down the line, they can make a big difference. So Baron is about to come up here. Still a big goal lead here for Triple W, and they've got Heimerdinger, so that's, if they can get up a good defensible position set up, they should be able to at least threaten this Baron here. And Zyra needs to be careful. She's pretty far away from her team. Although I guess Triple W isn't really that mobile in terms of like dashes. It's just Echo. Echo is not able to get on her. I'd really like to see Ornn just looking for an engage here. You don't want to play footsie with a Heimerdinger. You kind of don't want to just rip it. And they are indeed going to rip it. They're going to launch the Nautilus ulti on the Gangplank. Not quite able to sync up with the Ornn ulti, so no follow-up. They are going to force him out of the fight. And Zyra ult's going to come in. Caitlyn actually somehow goes down. I guess just from AoE from the Sivir. I don't even think she was in auto range. I think she got a bunch of AoE just sort of hitting other people. Okay, what happened in this fight? This was a very confusing play. Okay, so Caitlyn's over here, and oh, huge! That's what it was. Okay, and then hit by the Heimer rocket as well, and then yeah, just the Sivir W just bounces off the team and kills her in the backline. So huge poke there by Gangplank, securing that kill. Not having to be anywhere near Caitlyn, that's tough. And they don't even get Gangplank, even though they use 2 ultis on him. But not enough of an advantage to force the Baron, so, well, maybe not. They disagree with me. They're going to go for it. They got 2 players pushing here, which is interesting. I guess Heimer alone is probably enough to DPS this. And yeah, I mean, they're going to lose a couple guys here by the looks of it, but they are going to get the Baron, so that's probably worth it. Oh, the Echo doesn't even go down, so there you go. Yeah. I guess Heimerdinger, you can do a Baron with 3 people if one of the 3 people is late game Heimerdinger. There you go. It looks like all of the upgraded Ornn items are in. Everybody has one. Does Ornn end up getting 2? Is that a thing still? You will upgrade one of his legendary items to Masterwork item for each of the left of 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Does he get one at 18 as well? Does Ornn gets 1, so it's just one each. So he doesn't. Ornn getting extra levels doesn't level 18 doesn't give 1, level 19 doesn't give 1, level 20 doesn't get 1. I remember he used to get 2, yeah, because he had to buy them. I remember that. Okay, so no extra upgraded items for Ornn. That would be crazy if you could get 3 extra upgraded items by getting to level 20 on Ornn. That would be busted. 18 never gave 1 either. Okay. Ooh, they're going to go ahead and actually catch out the Gangplank here. It has to pop ulti to try and save himself, but not able to. And now, are they able to go ahead and get in here? The Ornn ulti is coming. They are pretty fast, though. And Nautilus not quite in follow-up range. Cue these minions, bro. Cue the minions to get into range and ulti someone. And they're going to go ahead. Ornn. Oh, there we go. Nice. Great flash by Heimerdinger to create distance. He's going to survive the Nautilus ulti there.
Smaller than the diagram.
Okay. Well done to him. And Echo doing some Echo shenanigans here. No surprise. 18 never gave 1 either. Okay. I don't remember exactly how it worked. They've changed it a few times, so. Ooh, Sivir a little slow on the reaction there with the spell shield. She's gonna go down. Great play there by Rogue Otters, just going for it. Echo tries to get in, but has to ult out immediately because he realizes he's about to get blasted. So this should be another dragon here for CR. Why does Zach have Mortal Reminder? What healing fleet? Yeah, I guess they don't really have a lot of healing, do they? I don't know why he has Mortal Reminder. Not a lot of healing. It's basically just fleet on Smolder, yeah. And Endless Hunger too, interesting. I guess this item does make sense on Smolder, doesn't it? Get all that. Probably better on bot lane Smolder because you have an extra slot to play with. I feel like you'd probably just rather have Infinity Edge if you're mid Smolder, but item does, yeah, it gives you haste based off your AD. So if you get really high AD, that item's pretty good. Well, you also have to have abilities that are worth spamming as well. If you don't, that's kind of pointless. Like you could build Endless Hunger on Jhin. It would probably it'd give you tons of ability haste, but how valuable is that on Jhin, really? You know. Now, as far as I can think of, the only really great user of Endless Hunger is probably Zaheen, just because of how high his one, his AD gets really, really high, and 2, he loves having short cooldowns. So he's probably the only champion I can really think of that really wants that item every time. Oh, it gives tenacity. Interesting. I didn't know it was a tenacity item. I guess that kind of makes sense. He might just not build it at all. Mid lane might just be a shield, though. I mean, I feel like if you're going to build 100%, if you're going to build this much crit, you might as well build an Infinity Edge, but we'll see. And Ornn is getting late game gangplanked on the sideline right now, and he's going to go down. Unlucky. Yeah, those, you might be tanky, but those gangplank passive procs hurt. Because they still crit? Yeah, they do. Oh, that's the scaled version. It's not as much as it used to be. I remember how crazy it used to be. You'd do like 1,000 damage per passive auto late game. It was ridiculous, but they nerfed it. Yeah. Gangplank is going to end up going down here. So 2 for 2 so far. 3 for 2 in favor of CR. So even though they got picked off early, they actually end up coming out ahead. Baron coming up soon. We are in for a long one here. I think it's safe to say that CR has managed to last until the late game. We are definitely in the late game at this stage. Caitlyn still has quite a while to go in terms of items, though. Only not quite finished with her 4th item, although she will once she backs. She is getting Mortal Reminder. Again, I'm not sure why exactly. Although I guess they're not that tanky, so maybe you're not really getting a lot of value out of Lord Doms anyway, so you might as well go Mortal Reminder. They do have some healing. You know, with Sever and Echo and Caster stat check. 400 stacks for Smolder. It's looking pretty big, pretty large and in charge. Yeah, he's been farming really well with Smolder. I know that people who aren't experienced with Smolder, they tend to struggle with getting stacks at a good pace, but Caress does not have that problem. 400 stacks is fantastic. The team's going to go ahead and vie for position over Baron here. They do have an... Oh, hold on. Oran's going to go ahead and ulti and... Oh, no, and knock... Did he Q out? Did he get knocked out? I'm not sure, but either way, he probably should have just turned. Now, Oran's kind of just hung out to dry here, but Smolder's going to smolder and managed to turn the play into a trade anyway. Yeah, I feel like that could have been a game-winning play for CR if they just turned here when they were all going on Nautilus. Like, they were in a great spot to just engage there, but not quite on the same page. But, I mean, I think that shows that CR definitely has the advantage now, even with the deficit, because, like, even when they don't play the fights particularly well, they're just so strong. Interesting. He's going Death's Dance Vital Item on Smolder. Or no, that's probably for a GA, right? Steel Sigil for a GA. I forget that also builds in a GA. So, probably smart. Thanks. I think you probably do enough damage on Smolder, probably get GA. I think that makes sense. It is indeed a GA. And yeah, I mean, bush cheesing with Gangplank Barrels might be a good idea. Gangplank Barrels and Heimerdinger. Although thankfully for CR, they do have the front line to be able to look for those kind of plays. Oh, and they're going to go ahead and rip the dragon right away. No Gangplank here. You need to engage right away if you're CR. You can't wait. You have to get in there. And that will be Elder or Infernal Soul secured for Triple U. And the fight's going to break out. I think CR is probably still going to win the fight, but they got what they were after. They got the Dragon Soul. CR not quite able to get in fast enough. Ooh, nice flash hook attempt, but not quite even range of the Karma. And now you just go rip the Baron right now. They basically sold out to get that dragon. They lost their jungler, so you gotta get the Baron in response. So let's hope they're calling for that right now. Looks like they are. No, Smolder. I guess they're fine. No, they're fine. As long as these two don't like magically TP over here, and they're not. They're the bot lane, so they're fine. They got pretty good DPS here with the Zyra and the Caitlyn, so they just need to not get barrel comboed here, and they should be fine. Oh, Caitlyn's going to get hit by the barrel combo. Ooh, manages to dodge the grenade, but it is not enough. He's going to go down, and they're not going to be able to finish the Baron here. And they're losing the push in the base because Smolder's having to defend 1v2. Can they finish off the Baron? Yes, they can. They are going to get the Baron, but I think they're going to die here. No, Zyra is still alive. And Gangplank with 20 health ends up going down to the burn from the Zyra, and Smolder does manage to defend the base as well. So, okay, that play looked really bad for a second there for CR, but they managed to finish off the Baron and escape. So, oh boy, 40-minute game here already. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have it in me to cast 2 series tonight. I can already feel my voice starting to go. But maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. And a lot of full builds kind of starting to come in here, except for the 80 carries. Sivir has a giant spell, which is interesting. Is she gonna build a Randuin's? Weird. It shows Keystone runs for red side, but not blue side. Yeah, you're right. It does. That's very interesting. That's very odd, huh? I wonder if Riot knows about that. That is very strange. Maybe I did that by accident? I don't think so. Blue team frames. Red team frames. I don't know. If I did it, I didn't do it on purpose. Alright, they're gonna go ahead and siege with Baron here, but they have to be careful with this Gangplank. You know, one good barrel combo and this game's over. Only lands on the Nautilus. He can afford to take it, but now the ult's going to come in, and And Smolder is isolated from his team, and he's going to go down. Look, he does have GA, but can they reestablish some support of the fight and get him out? No, they will not. He will go down. But Caitlyn here is late game as well. Oh, manages to dodge the Gangplank barrel, so she's full health, and now she can run forward. It's going to be a double kill. Ornn's going crazy here. They have no answer to this Ornn, except for Gangplank to crit auto him. And wow, those... Wait, hold on. What happened here? Was there a Heimer turret? How did Caitlyn get so low? Oh, yeah, she's just tanking the little Heimer turret. At this point, that little Heimer turret gets so low 80 carries. Oh my goodness. And Caitlyn's going in. Is she gonna get the? She is gonna pop the GA. Oh, she doesn't have a trap to get him out of the GA. Wasn't able to finish him off here. If she can slam like a slick E combo, maybe she can. No, okay, she's just gonna back off. Smart. It's not worth risking the game on that. That Heimer damage was crazy. That was just one little turret. Just kept blasting. My goodness. Okay. And Caitlyn, can she hold long enough for her team to respawn? She needs to hold for 15 seconds. Yeah, just kill these super minions. We'll see here. You might need to do something slick here to buy time. No, okay, you're okay. They're gonna go ahead and back off. Good job disarming the Barrows here by Caitlyn. That's what you want to be doing if you can't get in range. Yeah, maybe they could have ended, but trying to end, it would have been close. It would have been very close. So I don't blame them for not going for it. Yeah, Zach or Zesty Queso's barrel combos, they're pretty good, but there's definitely room for improvement. Oh, nice engage, nice catch there by Echo. Not able to get the stun off on Caitlyn though. You can be able to finish her off. No, Caitlyn's gonna fight him off, but Zyra will die as a casualty of that play. Ornn's gonna go ahead and ulti here, but there's no follow-up. Well, there's the Smolder ulti, and Heimer's gonna ult up, but he's gonna do the ult W to get a one-shot Smolder. And now that's going to be game here, I think, unless Caitlyn and Nautilus pull off a miracle. They will not. Huge play there by Heimerdinger, just one-shotting the Smolder like that. My goodness. Yeah, 2,261 damage from the empowered ulti, the W ulti. So okay, he's able to get one kill, but I don't think there's no way he holds this, right? There's no way. Okay, I mean, he's killed... Okay. Okay, no. He fought valiantly, but the death timers are just too long. And that will be game one in favor of Triple U after a very back-and-forth game. That went very late. So, well, congratulations to them. This game really could have gone either way. A lot of big plays on both sides. And yeah, they're going to go ahead and take it. All right. Let me go ahead and get the let them know I'm ready to go. All right, hold on. Let me get the thingy ready here. All right, and I'm going to need to change this picture as well, so hold on a second. Let's see. Am I able to get to game 2 from here if I redo it, or am I going to need to... Oh, game 2. Here we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, and I need to swap out the overlay here. There we go, and we'll do the game 3 one as well, just to be ready. Except I'm in the wrong folder, so that's not correct. Hold on. There we go. Honestly, Tyler, we should just make it a rule to use Drafter if we're gonna make overlays for it, because it just works, you know. Whereas the other one, not so much. Draftful just breaks too much, so maybe we just tell everyone to use Drafter instead. Click on G2 at the top. Oh yeah, I found it. I found it. And they are going to keep the sides here for game 2 by the looks of it. CR wants their red side. Go ahead and give W their win here. You missed the end. You missed a wild ending, bro. You missed a wild ending. And unfortunately, the team names are a little off, but that's probably something I'll be able to fix in Discord. So we shall see. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought it felt weirdly quiet. That's why. There we go. Looks like they're going to basically keep the bans the same. Did they miss a ban? Did Triple U miss their first ban? I think they did. It was supposed to be a Katarina ban. Okay, makes sense. So yeah, they are going to keep the same bans as last game. Makes sense. Going to go for the first pick Jinx for Triple U. Triple U makes sense. I'm not Triple W. I'm not saying WWW. That's way too hard. Triple W is still a little much. So Triple U. They are Triple U. I have decided. 6V. Ooh, that's a good one too. I call them 6V. That might be better actually. Let's call them 6V. That's good. Team 6V. And yeah, Jinx first pick. No surprise there. Jinx is pretty much the de facto ADC pick here in Beer League. Misfortune to counter it. Also a very common Beer League pick. I assume we'll see some sort of high CC comp for CR then to set it up. Zach already, so there you go. No, I'm telling you guys, here's the tech. Okay. You know how Zoe and Lilia have like a sleep ability, right? And the thing about sleep is that it normally, if you get attacked when you're sleeping, it wakes you up, right? But if the damage is from like a periodic damage, so like a brand passive burn or something, it won't wake you up. It has to be like an active ability or auto attack. And the nuances of that is that MF does not count as that. So our MF ult counts as periodic damage. So if you were to sleep someone with, let's say, like a Lilia support, you could just MF ult the person while they're asleep and 100-0 them, and it won't wake them up. So if any of you decide you want to run MF Lilia bot, there you go. I just gave you a freebie. It's probably not worth it, but it's a funny idea. It's going to be a Morgana pick here for CR. I don't like it against Jinx Jan in the bot lane, but I do like it if it's a mid lane pick, so we'll see. That's very good against Xin Zhao. He jumps in, puts his ulti on, you just Q him and walk away. Also, isn't Xin Zhao dead in the lore? Didn't that just happen? Or it happened in the last story or whatever? Isn't he dead? Heard them saying something about like a funeral service for Xin Zhao or something. Zen is dead. Okay. I did hear that. Something involving Zaheen, right? I didn't actually read it myself, but that is what I heard. Yasuo is also dead in the lore? Really? Why is Yasuo dead in the lore? When did that happen? Zahen, like a female chicken. That's a good joke. I like that. Why is Yasuo dead in the last year's animation? You mean the one where he's like really old? Well, that's in the future, bro. That's not dead now. Yeah, that's like old man Yasuo. That's like a potential future. That's not now. No, that is current. Nah. Dude, Yasuo is like 30 years older in that animation. That's not current timeline Yasuo, sir. Nope. Unless you were talking about some other video I'm not familiar with. Although, wasn't last year Noxus? So it would have been 2 years ago. It wasn't that. It was a couple years ago. But the one with like Tryndamere and Kindred and Ashe and Yasuo and Kayle and Morgana fighting Aatrox. That one. Yeah. That's like Yasuo way in the future when he's an old man. So current Yasuo is not dead. In the video, he dies. Yes, he does. He dies as an old man in the video, but that's not like Xin Zhao being dead is like current time dead. Or like Gangplank when he died, air quotes. All right. Meanwhile, we're arguing about lore. Let's go ahead and pay attention to the draft here. It's going to be Singed coming in for Team CR. Always a very exciting champion. And then Morgana to round it out. So it will be a Morgana bot lane. We'll see how that goes. Darius in the top lane versus Singed. I feel like that's probably a Singed favorite matchup because if he's ever like in danger of dying, you can just flip Darius and run away. So I think he'll be fine. Veigar versus Syndra. On paper, you would think it'd be Syndra favored, but I think that Veigar provides such good gank setup that it might actually be he might actually be okay. He's confirmed to die. The whole cinematic is weird because part of it takes place in the past, part of it takes place in the present, part of it takes place in the future, right? Like the Kayle and Morgana and Aatrox part is in the past because that's before they're league champs and they're before they're split up or whatever. And then the Tryndamere and Kindred one is present because it's Tryndamere and Ashe or whatever, and then the Yasuo one is the future one. So it's like 3 different time periods in the same video. You know what feature I really wish Riot would add is that Riot makes a lot of skins with voice filters. And most of the time I don't mind the voice filter, but there are some times I like the skin, but I don't care for the voice filter. So I wish there was an option in Champ Select where you could choose to have the voice filter on or off when you select a skin, I think that would be nice to have as an option. But I doubt it'll ever happen. We can't even get a random skin option, random skin selector. So yeah. Ivor's just meant to sound goofy, right? Like giving him like a fucking like ominous voice is just like, why? He's supposed to sound silly. Okay. I think Darius is an interesting pick here. I think Darius could really struggle. There's a lot of disruption to fight through, and Morgana as well, just to kind of hold him in place. And burst from Syndra as well. So Darius and Zen might find it difficult to get in there. Jinx always good, I think. Janna has nice peel, but they're probably not going to be diving her that much unless she's caught. And Veigar kind of same deals. So I think I like CR's comp again here, but comp only matters so much. So we'll see. We will see. I am hyped though for the Singe. I think Singe is a very fun champion to watch. Just the just the plays he makes and all the chaos he makes in team fights and stuff. It's a great time. I love it. Seeing Morgan going Viger anyway feels kind of sus. That is true. Maybe you could just Black Shield someone and they'll walk out of the circle. So, that is true. What do you call a Spanish ant after it hears an elephant joke? Alright, tell me, Mr. Jello Destroyer. Let me know. What is it? Elafnat? Elephant? That's good, dude. I like that. It's funny. That's good. Who's messaging me? Hernandez teaches is messaging me and says he's building Sunfire. That's fine. You can build Sunfire on Zach. That's totally acceptable. I think in a vacuum, I like Leandri's first on Zach for more carry potential, but I think just going Sunfire is totally fine. I will say very low mobility comp here for CR. MF, you know, really the only person that has dashes is Zach, and it's not the best dash in terms of like in-fight mobility. You know, MF and Singe will run fast, but they're not a very mobile team. So if 6V is able to get on them, they might have a hard time getting away. I'm so excited for Friday night. I'm gonna have so many friends. I thought you guys were playing tonight, Zor. Oh, maybe I misread it. I thought you guys were playing tonight. No, maybe it was Trevor's. It was Trevor's team. I thought it was you guys versus Trevor's team, but Friday he has friends, tonight he has enemies. Okay. All right. Was that the other series? Am I wrong? When in Rome versus BWS. I don't remember who BWS is. Is that Barren Wasteland? BWS? I don't know who that is. So, off the top of my head, we got a lot of new teams this season, so hard to keep track of all of them. Wait. Did they? Hold on. What? UON. Did they change the default? UON. I swear, they changed it so you don't press O anymore at the start? I don't know. Whatever. We got it all figured out. And yeah, still. Well, now it shows the keystones on both sides. That's interesting. I wonder why it didn't last game.
Minions have spawned.
Okay. I don't think you ever did have to. I mean, I did before. When you go into spectate, this part doesn't go up by default. Or maybe it does? I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember, but another cold start here for Jinx. It's a bit greedy against a strong early lane like MF Morgana, so we'll see if they're able to punish that. Ignite on the Singed, by the way. That is wild. I probably would have preferred Flash Ghost so you have more safety and playmaking ability, but he wants kill pressure. And Zasti Queso also wants kill pressure, so he's gonna go for it right away. Does he have the damage? No, he does not quite have the damage to get the kill here, but that's gonna put the lane in a great spot. Scoreboard doesn't always show. It didn't in the past. Okay. Oh, well, either way, it's showing now, so I'm sure we'll figure it out. Junglers clearing from opposite sides this time. Both these junglers' early clears is not great, so it might be a while before we see some ganking action. I was gonna say, I said that Syndra might kind of bully Viger, but honestly, like, Syndra's early game is not the powerhouse it used to be back in the day. You know, back when it was like really, really strong. She was just prio pick and pro all the time because her early game was so strong. Now her early game is probably maybe a little bit above average, but it's not like overpowering. Let's say Leon or Syndra's like pressure isn't really good until she gets the evolved Q and has 2 charges. Then it's pretty good. But until then, not quite the lane bully she has historically been. Ooh. And Zin's going to go ahead and yoink that, and Zac walks right into them in the bush. That was not what I would recommend, sir. It's going to cost him his flash. Ooh, and Singed having to do a very unfortunate back here. Really not where you want to leave the wave when you back, but you don't really have a choice. So, we're going to go ahead and back off. Going to land the bind on, but no follow-up here. I feel like they're playing a lot more passive than they really need to be. Like, they know the jungler's not here. Your early lane is way stronger when Jinx has Cole. So, I'd like to see them be a lot more assertive in this lane here. So I think if it comes down to a fight, as long as Morgana isn't missing everything, they should win. Ooh. And we're gonna go ahead and get another all-in here in the top lane. Does Singed have the damage to kill? No, I'm surprised that Darius didn't go for the flash. The flash W there. That might have been enough. And no, Singed is going to go for the flash combo, and he's going to get first blood. That's why he took Ignite, baby. Getting that solo kill on the Darius. It's not what you expected after that level 1, but that flash flip play, that's why you take flash on Singed. Obviously, Ghost has a ton of value on Singed too, but the flash flip plays are huge. That's why I say you take both. IMO. That's why Smep is top-rated top laner in Light, is he? I actually don't know what he's rated, but it was a good play by him. I feel like Darius could have gotten the... I mean, maybe if he had Flash W'd, he would have just gotten flipped and ignited and killed anyway, but, you know, he did regardless, so... Tough. All right. Can we pause the game during the elephant jokes? Oh god, I pause enough as it is. Pause and rewind. All right. Darius is able to get the passive up. It's going to do a lot of damage here. Oh, I just realized this is Conqueror Singed as well. Conqueror Singed is interesting because you have to like keep auto-attacking in order to stack it, which is not normally something you do on Singed, but It does have high value if you keep doing it. So, or if you're able to stack it. So I get it. So far, another pretty quiet start here to the game. Other than that kill at Beer League official. Who even are you? It's Dakota. He is on the Beer League official account, so that his proclamations have more gravitas. And yeah, Syndra needs a couple more levels for her empowered thing. Ooh, nice juke there by Caress on the Zinzao W. Unfortunately, oh, it ends up going down. Didn't respect the ability to just go in anyway. Nice play there. Morgana's going to go in. He's just going to go ahead and walk in auto attack. Going to try to give the kill here. No, ends up taking it to kill himself. Probably could have given it to Singed, but meh. Nice roam there by Morgana to clean up the play. Why didn't Caress dodge Vagar? Yeah, I know. New mistake. Very close game here so far. Gold dead even. CS across the board, very close. Little bit of a CS lead for Zinj, but he actually has the gold lead, even despite being down CS. And Darius is going to go ahead and pop the Ghost. Singed going to have pop ulti. Ooh, and the dunk is going to come in. Is that going to be enough? Yes, it is, and that will be a solo kill for the Darius. Got a little too comfortable with the Darius with ulti. They do kind of catch out Zin's out here. And oh, and at the flash Q by Morgana to re-trap the Zin. He's going to go down. Nice play there by CR. They should be able to secure this dragon here, no problem now. Very nice play by Morgana. Big plays. I remember being very impressed with you know, Rogue Otter's obviously in the light league. He's doesn't have a very high cost, but I've been very impressed with if I'm thinking of the right person, I've been very impressed with what I've seen him do during games I've casted. So I believe he's like a Thresh, like he's a really good Thresh player, I believe. He's done really well. So in the games I've seen, so props to him. And then positioning very aggressively. Jinx used her ulti already, and MF has not. So obviously they're in a way stronger position here. And I like Morgana being aggressive, and she's got her ulti as well. I'd love to see her literally just pop Black Shield and walk into them. Walk into them and ulti. Like, I'd love to see that. Like, if you can get one hard CC off, this Jinx is dead with MF ult. So, be aggressive. It does less damage that way. Usually I just flash Vagar. Technically true. Yeah, you regen if you flash Vagar ulti, you regen a very small amount of health. And because it does damage based on missing health, it technically does more damage if you flash it. That's true. Good point, Nanya. Good point. And they're going to go ahead and catch Zin's out here again. Not the best flip by Singe, but it's going to be enough. Should go down here. It's going to go stall for a little bit, but he will go down. Don't know if that flash is really necessary by Zac, but they do get him. And that should be Grubbies here for CR as well. Much better early game for them. Ooh, and that's going to be, they're going to go ahead and go for the all-in here. That's going to, oh, wow, nice ulti there by Janet to interrupt the MF ulti. I didn't think about that as an option, but well played by Gianna realizing that she had to do that, and now will save her AD carry. So good job. Dusty Queso over here trying to contest these grubs, but not able to. And now he's going to get flash flipped by Singed again and go down. Well, he does get the Zac passive before going down. Okay, he didn't. I was gonna say, why didn't you ult him? I guess he doesn't have ult. So fair enough. Fair enough. Looks like it's gonna be. Actually, what is MF building first? Is she building Ghostblade first? Because she has the Dirk, but she also has a longsword. That doesn't build in the collector. So maybe she's going Ghostblade first. I guess we'll see. It is indeed Ghostblade first. Singe doing very well for himself. Does have Rylai's if he wants to go get it. MF in a little bit of trouble getting her her Q double up bounces to land the way she wants, unfortunately. Yeah, I think they definitely could be dominating this lane a lot harder than they have been. But that's okay. Their team's doing well. Singe is doing big things. Syndra has to very well place W there by Viger. Syndra just has to eat it. And now Xin Zhao is here. Okay, she backs off, but Xin Zhao is still... Xin Zhao gonna go ahead and for the flash W here. Come on, Mercenary Wolf. You know you want it. He's gonna try, but he doesn't know you can W. He doesn't know you can W flash, and it does not land. Although I think Syndra had her combo anyway, so it wouldn't have... If she gets her E off in time, it wouldn't have killed. But yeah, you can W flash on Nunya, right? Or Nunya? You can W flash on Xin, right? I'm pretty sure you can. Okay, that's what I thought. You can W flash. Yeah, whenever you're playing a champion, it's very important to know which of your abilities can be moved with flash. Very important. Because it's a huge play. Or it has potential for a huge play, so you gotta know. Another fight breaking out here in the top lane. I don't see any way Darius can really get kills pressure here now that Singed has Rylai's. He's just way too... It's just impossible for him to stick to Singed long enough to get a kill pressure, so... Why didn't you ask me if you can W flash on Zen? I didn't think of it at the time. I knew... I was pretty sure you could, but I asked Nunya because he's on my team. And he was in the chat. So, very nice gank here by Zac. Sayana's gonna go down. Not able to get her ulti off. On Xin. Caster, press N? Oh. Okay, yeah, there we go. I don't know why that wasn't showing. Why would he ask a plat 1 instead of a diamond? True. True! Caster, press I? Okay, that doesn't do anything. Alright, CR gonna go ahead and move in on a dragon here. Dragon number 2, about a 3k gold lead for them. So, good early game for them so far. Team scales quite well too, so I think they're pretty happy with how they're doing. Casters say you love me. Love you, Jello Destroyer. I don't want to imagine a life without you, Jello Destroyer. Just me or is it crying in here? It's funny. That's funny. We're gonna go for a gank here on the top lane. I feel like... Oh no, it's a gank on Darius. Nice double pull there by Darius to escape the gank, not having to use any summons. Now the Syndra Sun's gonna come in, but that won't be quite enough. This could be first tower here if Singe can get in there and just smack it once. But I don't think Darius is going to let him. Ooh, not able to get the Black Shield on the thing. We're going to go for the gank. Nice stun there by Syndra. Do they have the damage to finish him off? They need one more Q. There you go. Oh, no, that still wasn't enough damage. This Viger's tanky with the Rod of 8. Oh, there you go. The No Magic Mantle made the difference. He's going to survive and get the shutdown on the Zac. No Magic Mantle, kids. Don't leave home without it. Ooh. That's going to be a... I mean, Xin can just ult here and survive, I think, right? Yeah, he should be fine. Yeah. He doesn't even have to ult. Okay. Coming in for a gank here on the Misfortune, but she's got both summons. She should be fine. Yep, doesn't even need to use anything. Just shoots Janna in the face and walks away. God, the stream's already been going for 2 hours. Oh boy. Again, it took us a long time to figure out it started, but very long game one. $60-minute first tower. Yeah. Slow game for the most part. Other than a couple big plays, it's been pretty slow. Gonna look for a lane gank here with Zach, but they're gonna need to shove this lane to have any chance of this happening because they're too strong to bait them in, right? So they're gonna need to crash this wave and then have Zach walk in and get closer. Darius gonna go for the solo kill. Does he have the damage? Singe holding his ulti, and he'll die to the bleed. I think if he had popped ulti, he would have survived that. He would have gotten enough health regen to live, but opts not to. Nice solo kill there by the Queso. He had a rough go of it after that, getting that solo kill from that flash flip, but he's played well since then.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Zach gonna go ahead and go in here. Hard to gank a Janna though, because if you know, if he's ever in real danger, gonna go ahead and land it here, but no Morgana follow up. Hold it. Wait, why did MF ult do nothing? What? Did it get canceled by something I didn't see? Hold on. I have caster powers. I get to go back and look. Oh. Did he cancel it himself? Okay, he must have, right? That went off after he got knocked back, so he canceled it himself. Okay. Oops. Meanwhile, in the top lane, on the top side of the jungle near Rift Herald, 2v3 situation here. They need to be careful. They got the Vigar on the flank. I think they need to turn and go for Vigar. Well, actually able to burst Darius out enough to get him to run away. Nice stun there by Morgana to get Syndra out. Okay, and now Sin's just here, and that's going to be a very dead Xin Zhao as he gets flipped in, and he's dead. Well played there by the mid support of CR to push them off despite being outnumbered. We'll do a Syndra stack check, because yes, she does have stacks now. 83 stacks. So the one that really matters is 40, because she gets double dark spear, and 100 because then she gets to execute on her ulti. Those the other three aren't really that important. They're nice, but that will be third dragon over for CR. You know, despite their seeming dominance of the game in terms of objectives, they're only up about a little over 1k gold, so it's not. Was he a lot lower than I thought? He just got bursted, I think. Like I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he was lower. We're gonna go for a dive here on the Jinx. Jan's gonna try her best to keep him alive here, but Zach just tanking the tower for 7 to 10 business days. Has to blow flash, but does escape without losing a passive. Says he has no reason to leave lane ever. Yeah, pretty much, for now at least. Going for another lethality item on MF. I don't mind it. Usually I'm not a huge fan of lethality MF, but over crit, but their team is pretty squishy, so I think going lethality here is fine. Or maybe he's transitioning into crit now, because he looks like he went collector and then crit cloak, so yeah, he's probably gonna go Infinity Edge next, I assume. He goes where he pleases, which is near the enemy nexus. True. It might be LDR, should be LDR. Yeah, I probably agree with that. I mean, I don't think the heal cut would be bad either, to be honest. They have a pretty decent amount of healing. You know, Janna, Zinzao, Darius. But and yeah, we're at the 20-minute mark. Pretty good CS across the board yet again. No, I think that I think beer league play is kind of conducive to good CS because it's a lot more like controlled and stuff. Because like a lot of, you know, like when people think of CS, they think of like last hitting, right? And yeah, if you're really bad at last hitting, that's going to be a problem. But the real key to having really good farm is just having good macro, right? And being at the right place at the right time to pick up the farm. That's how you get really good farm. So, and it's just easier to have good macro when you're in a 5v5 team game because you just have better rotation and stuff. Ooh, they're going to catch Zach out here on the side. MF pretty far away, but you don't want to funnel into this ultimate. Oh my god, the MF damage, and they all have to bail. Luckily, they realized quickly what was going on and left immediately, but oh my god, and they stick onto the... Oh, the Jets snipe through the minions, and oh, MF damage. Jan's going to go down. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's going to be... Syndra's pretty chunked here by Viger ulti, but now they're going for the gank, and... Hold it! Glow Aftershock is a rookie, okay? He's a rookie to the beer league, as far as I know. Now watch what he does during this gank. You ready? He gets out of range, and then he gives him the little, and he gives him the little taunt. He's not a rookie, is he not? Because I don't remember his name, but you might be right. But either way, it's giving him a little bit of attitude of surviving that gank. I respect that. Gotta let him know that they didn't get you. It's Joe, Art Selector. Oh, okay. That's right, because he just keeps changing his name. Okay, fair enough. Interesting play here. Zinzao will go down here, and then Zach able to go in, but not quite able to reach. But MF's, ooh, nice stun there, but no follow-up. A bit too far away to follow up, unfortunately. He's a beer league OG. Okay, yeah, I didn't realize it was him. Got it. It's just the name. I didn't recognize the name, but that's just because he changes his name all the time. Very early potential Dragon Soul here. About 24 minutes in. Potential Dragon Soul. Oh, and Morgana gonna go ahead and get caught out here. Be able to dodge the, or avoid the Darius pull thanks to the Black Shield. Buy some time for the team to show up here. A little scared to move forward, but it's fine. I think you're as CR, you don't have to go for risky plays if you're CR at this point, because you're pretty comfortable with where you're at in the game, so you don't need to get too crazy. Well, Zach's gonna go in, not quite able to get that far. Taking a lot of damage, has to back off. I'd really like to see like a Black Shield on Singed and just run into the back line and flip somebody, you know? Oh, Zach gets pulled over the wall. The Black Shield comes in, so he should be able to escape. Is able to walk through the wall thanks to the Black Shield. Now Singed is here on the back line, not able to get the flip off. He gets CC'd, not able to get it. And now the fight's going to break out. MF ult's coming, not a ton of damage, but now 6V is having to flee, but Darius is getting the passive reset. Oh, and he dies immediately after. No pentakill here for Darius. But Jinx is also getting her resets. And can they stop Zach from getting killed here? They do. Ooh, and Zach's gonna go right back in. He's like, I'm gonna go fuck. And flips him into his own Zygar cage. Unfortunately, it doesn't work quite like that, but very nice Singed flank, but in the end, the fight comes out even, I think. Oh, he's still going. He doesn't give a fuck. He's gonna go ahead and catch out Zinz out here, and he will go down, but he will get it in return. That's a worthwhile trade, I think. So now there's no junglers near. Zygar, level 16, 518 AP, has not started his death cap yet, so it's going to be a while before he gets the really big damage. Kind of went for the more of the safety build here, which is understandable. You scale eventually, no matter what. So there is some soundness in building tankier and delaying your scaling a little bit. Moving into position on Dragon here, but they don't have vision. Oh no, and the whiff on the Morgana Q, but Viger should die here anyway, I would think, as long as doesn't want... I mean, he still has enough AP to one-shot MF, I guess. So, you know, 500 AP is enough, apparently. And if you're CR, you need to be very careful here, because you are outnumbered 3-5 right now. And Darius is going in, not quite able to get his 5 stacks yet. They need to kite him out right now and just stall. Try to, you know, get some poke on him and stall, because if you get wiped here, it's really not good, because Baron's up as well. MF dead, yeah. Underestimated the Vigar damage. And there we go. 6v able to make a big play and secure Dragon here to prevent the Dragon Soul for at least another 5 minutes. And can Zac move? Yeah, that is probably the biggest weakness of Zac, is that you kind of have to build CDR boots because you just don't have enough cooldown otherwise, but not having Merc Treads or Tabbies can be painful on the tank. Well, there's 2 Zacs. Oh yeah, the Darius Zac. That's true. There's 2 Zacs, yes. That Zac has Merc Treads, you are correct. MF needs to build Abyssal Max Spirit Visage next. I mean, it would reduce... she probably wouldn't get one-shot by Viger anymore, so there's something. It is true. Damage check for the Sunfire, 850. Not too bad for a jungler. You don't get to stack as much as the laners because you're not scrapping all the time. I'm going to go ahead and yoink this blue buff. Morgana's going to grab it. Getting into position on Baron, which I like. Ooh, very nice Janet's right out there.
Sorry, little guy.
All right, nice catch here on Vermilion. He's going to go down. Okay, and then Zac's going to come in here. Nice play. Huge MF ulti. Oh. Okay, hold it, hold it. Did he cancel it again? Hold on. That had to have been canceled by the enemy, right? There's no way he canceled his ulti on his own there, right? Oh, no, it's... Okay, the tornado hit him. Okay, it wasn't his fault this time. Okay, just checking. All right, so the rest of the fight... Great tornado there by Janna. Basically saved the game for them right there. They would have all got wiped if they had tanked that whole ulti. And Darius is going to go down, but so is MF. She's going to get outplayed by the Vigar ultimate. And yeah, that's probably going to stop this push here, I think. Vigar needs Banshees next. I agree. And Shadow Flame. Yeah, I don't know why you went Shadow Flame instead of Death Cap. I was thinking the same thing. I don't think Shadow Flame's a terrible item on Vigar, but you don't get it before Death Cap. It's really bad, you think so? I guess ult probably overkills people, doesn't it? So I guess it's kind of pointless. Yeah, because at this point in the game, you're not hitting enemies below 40% health very often. And if you are, you just kill them. So yeah, I guess it is terrible, huh? Oh well. Thank you for your build advice, Nunya. You're very impassioned opinions on Viger builds. I respect it. The teams are going to set up for Dragon here again. Ooh, nice juke by Zin did not get binded there. Whew, all right. Can 6V manage to pull off another yoink here? Or will they secure this air soul? Ooh, right through the goalposts. Tough. Nice stun and damage there by Syndra. They chunk him a bit. Zach's going for the flank. They do see him. Syndra's going to get pulled, but the Black Shield's going to come in, and now they got both tanks on their backline. MF comes out, doesn't really do much, to be honest. They got to fight off the Zach here, or fight off the Darius here, where they're cut off from their front line. But they're lasting a long time. A lot of damage coming on Morgana, and somehow nobody's died yet. The Vigar gets flipped into the team and goes down, so he is the first victim. And Sin's just kind of going nuts here. He's got the Protoplasm Harness, so he's very tough to bring down. In the end, only one person dies from that fight. That Syndra push was massive. Yeah, it was. Oh, and Jinx using her Ranger advantage. Oh, gets pulled out of the Zac jump. Oh, and that's gonna be a dunk on the Zac, but no passive reset here. And can they save him? Oh no, that's gonna be a 5-stack on the Misfortune. She's gonna go down from the bleed, but she will take Janna before she goes down. And now Zac, no passive left. Is he gonna? Oh, able to dodge the Jinx W, so able to live here. And now Sin should be able to just force them off his dragon here. Should be able to secure it here. 4 CR. I think they've done enough, but we'll see. I would like to see someone just go and get the Xin Zhao out of here. Don't want to risk any sort of steal here, and he will. We'll go ahead and pop it over. Honestly, like, just chase him out of here. Don't let him be anywhere. Okay. I mean, he's gonna head back into the pit. I think that's okay. This guy hit the spite. Does popping Zac passive not give Darius ult reset? No, it doesn't. Although I think he happened to get 5 stacks on the ulti, so he got the passive anyway. He got the passive, but not the ult reset. Actually, hold on. Let's check for sure. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't, but we'll check. Let's find out. Just in case. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, though, because it doesn't for, like, GA and stuff. So, we'll go ahead and see here. Yeah, it doesn't. There you go. It does not. He did get the 5-stack from dunking Zac, but not the ult reset. So, yeah. If he had, he probably would have cleaned them all up if he had gotten the ult reset. Well, there you go. Unless they actually die, it does not give the ult reset. Now you know. Pause or Jack in mid-season form? That wasn't a pause, that was a rewind. Get it right, Eric. It's rewind or Jack. Zac passive legit won the fight. Oh yeah, like if that had been a kill, Darius would have dunked everybody. 100%. 100%. So. Okay, Dragon Soul 4 CR, 6k gold lead. They just gotta close it out. Nice catch there on Janna. Yeah, you can't be doing that. Can't be doing that, my dear. Not when they're all missing. And they're gonna go ahead and start the Baron right here. Singe is gonna go and cause some mischief, and they're not even gonna contest. They're just gonna concede it, I think. Yep. And that will be Baron going over for CR. Can you see all the people in the bushes? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we saw them. I don't know why you didn't see them. So, clearly, just must not have had a monitor on. Hate to see it. He's actually going, not able to land on anybody, but that should have forced them off the tower at least. Yeah, they should be able to just get the tower. They can't afford. Oh, very nice Vigor cage there, and MF just flashes out right away, which is the right call. Vigor can one-shot her even without landing the CC. Syndra kind of fighting Darius here on the side lane, but you have to like where you're at here if you're Darius. Yeah, he's going to get this. Yep. Just once Syndra's ult is out, if he's not dead, you're dead. And huge shutdown there for the Darius. Nice play. Yeah, that's not a play that Koresh should have been looking for, but, you know, well played by Zesty to take advantage of that mistake. What percentage is that Singe slow, by the way? 70%. My god. That is so much. They're going to go in on Zac here. He doesn't have his passive quite yet. It's not for another 18 seconds, and he's going to get dunked and go down here. And now they have to bail. Okay, so this pushes over. And, oh, okay, nice W there by Smep is going to be able to escape. So, 6v hanging on for now. But Jinx very, very behind. Honestly, across the board, pretty behind. Poor Zenzao, only 3 items. Actually, he's only 400 gold behind. I guess Sax items are just cheaper because tank items. Where is the lead then? I guess it's in the bot lane. I guess it's just mostly in the bot lane. Yeah, okay, fair enough. And they're just going to go ahead and keep sieging. They don't really have anywhere else to go. Janna is not paying attention? Did he lag? What happened here? Hold on. He just stops moving. Did he DC? Was he typing? Did he lag out? Was he flaming his team? But either way, he has to flash out to escape. He does at least live, so he got away with one. Very lucky that he didn't die there. Window shopping? I mean, maybe. Except he wasn't backing, so he was just standing there. And outplay there, nice outplay there by the Vigor. Ooh, flash pull on the MF, but not enough follow-up to get the kill. And now Black Shield's gonna be able to back away, but they're 3v5 here. They need to get out. Luckily, they're a fast group of fellows. The flash W again does not hit. You got a W flash, my friend. That would have hit. And now, oh my God, Singe is gonna go ahead and TPN flip the Jinx, but there's no follow-up. Jinx does end up dying to the burn though. Singed actually does quite a bit of damage at this point in the game. Poison, 184 per second, plus the Leandrius. Nice attempted play there by Zesty Queso, but the follow-up was just not there, so MF does survive. And they're gonna go ahead and go for Elder here, but they're down 2 people. I don't know if I like this call. I mean, I guess Syndra will TP in. But so will Vigar, and he's got a nice flank angle as well. So maybe, or no, it's Darius TPing in. Okay, interesting. So nice flank angle for Darius. I think you break off of this if you're CR. You just hold them at bay because you need to stall for Singed, right? Because you're, well, actually no, they're down their ADC as well, so they're fine. They're gonna go ahead and go in. They're gonna go ahead and bail on the dragon, which is a smart call. Go ahead and take the fight. Vigar holding them back with his cage. Very, very good Vigar cage. Just keeps them from following up on the Zac play. Unfortunately, the Darius flank didn't work so good. But I think Syndra's dead. Yep. Oh no, she manages to just barely dodge the Vigar. Looked like that Vigar deb was going to hit to me, but it just barely missed. And manages to survive the ult because of it. All right, and they're going to start it up again, but 6V is not giving up without a fight. They're going to try to contest. I don't think they should, but here they are. They're doing it. Singed is going for it. He's going to get the. Oh no, he's going to go for the flip on Vigar, but no real follow-up, unfortunately. They're focusing on the Elder, and they're not really sure if they should be doing Elder or the fight, but in the end, they go for both, and they get both. And that should be game here. They should be able to end here with Elder Dragon, only 2 people defending, but only 1 person defending. I guess Darius will have time, but they should just dive immediately as soon as they get there. Honestly, just walk up in melee range. Don't even use Zaki, just walk up. You don't want it getting interrupted by the pull, right? So just walk and zone them off the towers. If they stand and fight, they'll die. So going for a play on the side, trying his best, but nope, there's just no way. And that will be game 2 in favor of CR. Nice rebound after a heartbreaking loss in game 1. And yeah, I guess we're going to game 3. God, this is a long series. We're at what, 2.5 hour stream already? Yeah, almost. Okay. All right, we just got to wait for. They're getting ready here, and these, light league might be the lower evil league, but that doesn't mean the games aren't good. You can see some fun stuff here, honestly. So, Jinx B1 is 0% win rate. That is true. Hasn't won a single game yet this season. You are correct. You nailed it. All right. Go ahead and load up the draft here. They are going to switch sides here for game 3. Both teams want red, I guess. All right. We'll accept the invite, and we'll turn the music back on, and we'll get into it. Big Castro, welcome. Glad to see you're back on a team this season. Look forward to seeing you play. Get that Urgot up in there. Very fun to watch. So what was the other 2 games today? I'm trying to remember. Honestly, I get the bot. I get why it's here, but this is really distracting. I'd prefer to just not have the bot posting in here, TBH. But that's just my opinion. Or maybe I would prefer maybe if it posts, but the captains don't. One or the other, because right now it's hard to read. So this is a little confusing. So it was, what were the other games playing today? It was Wintermore versus BWS, and there was another game. It was Orban Nasher versus Jat as well. Okay. Got it. My draft is broke. Uh-oh. Elephant. What are they saying? My draft is broke. Cass was second ban. Looks like 6V is having a little bit of trouble with the draft little thing here. Let's see if the third ban works. Okay, yeah, so the third ban is working. So the second ban is supposed to be Cassiopeia. So it looks like they're just running back the same bans for 3W all 3 games, which is fine. That's usually how beer league games tend to go. Elephant. Oh. You need to do it with the French accent. Let's see. What is? Is there another game? PPP versus BBC on the 3rd. Okay, sorry, sorry, this is a little. All right, and it's going to be Zaya B1 here for CR. You don't really see a lot of, it's interesting, you don't see a lot of priority picks in Beer League for like that first pick on blue side, so it's not really valued very much. Most teams prefer red side because they don't have that one OP champ they want to pick and play around. They usually just pick an 80 carry. So the Amumu coming in here, a Beer League classic. Love to see it. Nico. Nico's always an exciting champ in competitive play. The big invisible stealth ulti plays. Chris, if you're in here, pick Fizz. Oh god. I don't know why you wanted to pick Fizz, but looks like they're going for kind of an AoE comp here for CR. Makes sense. Red Fizz? Red side Fizz or literal red Fizz? Can flex in jungle? Oh god. Oh god. They have to be stopped. Oh. And then the Annie locked in early on. Interesting. Okay. A lot of CC so far for 6V. A lot of CC. Is that Varus jungle? No, I'm pretty sure that's just you, Eric. I don't think I've ever seen a Varus jungle except for you. He's red from the blood of his enemies. Jesus. Can you imagine how much blood you would need to shed in order to be completely covered in blood like that? That'd be crazy. You'd probably die from AIDS. Somebody you killed has to have it, right? That's the part of being drenched in the blood of your enemies they don't talk about, is all those blood-borne diseases. It's not sanitary. Oh. I'm still of the opinion that there should be less bans in Fearless. I think there should be 2. I don't know if it's even possible to do this on a technical level, but I think there should be 2 preliminary bans and then 1 second round ban, so 3 total. I think that it's too many people, too many of people's best champs just get locked out for entire series because of 5 bans and Fearless combined together. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't think it'll ever happen. But that's just my thoughts while I wait. Sejuani pick on a team with no melee champs so far. Interesting. I mean, it is CC, but played Zoe once and he lost. Yeah, exactly. See, like, yeah, I think it would be better if teams had to make more choices instead of just banning like the 3 best champs on their team every time. You know, you don't need melee champs for setters. That is true. You don't need them, but they are pretty helpful. This could be the Tarek coming in for CR. Interesting. Okay, I see a lot of Tarek. Get good. I mean, yeah. You don't need knockups on your team when you pick Yasuo either, but it's still a good idea. Tarek versus Nico Veras sounds so cooked. Yeah, that might not be the best. We're going to get the Jax blind pick top lane for CR. Or, yeah, I guess top lane, so it's a mid Aurora. Okay. Red.fizz.now. Oh god. Alawi last pick. Oh, yeah, very interesting. Okay. That is the champion you really do not want to dive into. My goodness. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Could struggle against Aurora and Zaya, but if their CR team is going in like they look like they want to, Alawi could pay a lot of dividends, although if Tarek gets a good ulti off, it might not matter. Now, does anyone know if does Alawi's, like, her obviously she gets heals when her tentacle slams hit things, right? Does it need to do damage for her to get the heal? Because Riot's a little inconsistent about that. So like Aatrox's abilities, they heal him when he hits, but they have to do damage for it to get the healing. I don't know if Alawi is the same way. The heal is based on damage done. Isn't it just percentage? Like Aatrox, it's based on percentage of damage done, which makes sense. But Alawi is just a percentage of her health, I believe, right? Let me see. Yeah, 5% of her missing health if she hits at least one enemy champion. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if it has to do damage or not. Let's see if the wiki says. Does not seem to say. Okay, maybe we'll find out at some point this game. It does not need to do damage. That would be my guess, that it doesn't need to do damage. But if it does, then that Tarek ult could prove that Tarek ult could be game changing. Then we'll see. Hoping my games Wednesday don't go this late. Well, they probably won't. We had a lot of technical issues with this time. That's part of why it took so long. It took us like 45 minutes to finally get going on game 1. So hopefully that won't be a problem again. But yeah, 3-game series in Beer League can take a while for sure. Both these 2 games are very long, so this is a very... You don't like Tarek and the CR comp with the Jax and the Amumu diving and the Aurora? Really? I think I like it a lot, actually. Interesting. I'm a big fan. I don't think it's the greatest comp ever, but you don't like it with Zaya? I mean, yeah, into their bot lane, I don't like it. That is for sure. I definitely agree with that part. The Zaya, I mean, Zaya's pretty fast, right? I think she can get into fights well enough to start AoEing people, so I don't think that will be an issue. All right. Well, I will be right back while we wait for the Spectre delay, and then we will get on with Game 3. All right, made it back just in time, and we'll go ahead and get into it. Would on-hit Varus be best for scaling? Uh, yeah, yeah, probably. If you can stay and keep autoing. Lethality Varus. I'll be real with you. I hate Lethality Varus. I think that shit is garbage. Like the degree to which you have to stomp to make that build good is just not. Like I'm just really not a fan. Hold on. UON. UON. Okay, there we go. Okay, now so I guess it's just UN now. There's no O.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
You think you have to stomp pretty hard this game? I mean, maybe. I think Well, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see.
Minions have spawned.
I wonder if Jax can beat Alawi 1v1 later on. Alawi does have exhaust instead of TP. I do like that call. Being able to mitigate some of that burst and survive and heal up is very important. So I like foregoing the TP there in favor of exhaust. Okay. And of course, we got Rogue Otters here with the only Taric skin that anyone ever uses. This is an interesting clear by Amumu here. He started blue, and then he's going to Wolves, and now he's going to go to Gromp. This is a very strange clear. Is he going to invade? That has to be the plan, right? He's going to invade topside after this? There's no way that that's not what he's doing, right? Bro, moment 64. Welcome, Bernie. Or Bro moment 47. What did I say? Bro moment 64? Got Nintendo in my brain, apparently. But yeah, this has to be an invade. No, he's not. He's just... All right, someone give Hernandez teaches the jungle clear guide. Oh my goodness, that's what wastes so much time. Although maybe he's only coming mid because mid's getting ganked. I don't know. They're gonna nice counter gank here by Amumu. And he already used her flash, so I don't think he's gonna be able to secure the kill though. Sejuani's gonna fight him off. Barely gets him with the final tick of damage. Okay, I mean it worked out. His strange jungle clear kind of just put him in the right place at the right time. Okay. I mean, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right? Oh my goodness! Just the tip, and that's going to be another kill for the Aurora. My goodness. I can't believe that hit, to be honest. That was so far. But huge early lead here for the Aurora. And Aurora's a scary champion to give up a lead to. That champion snowballs so hard. I look forward to Caress Kled top. What do you think we should pick against Kled, Bernie? What do you like? He likes Yasuo or Yone. I mean, those are both good choices. Well, not against Kled. I wouldn't pick either of them against Kled. Yone's probably okay. Yasuo, I definitely would not pick against Kled. But it's a secret? Okay. Fair enough. We don't want to give away classic. Ooh, nice juke there by Nico. Tries to juke the Terrace, unfortunately, but that ends up just getting hit. She does the backwards juke, which, I mean, it evades them a little bit, but there are some diminishing returns on that juke, but he's actually going to get away with it. That is incredible. Okay, nice job by Varus tagging the second Amumu Q there to help Nico escape. That was interesting, but I guess it worked. Jack's kind of getting beat up here by this Alawi. I guess he's probably afraid of all-in the Alawi because of that exhaust. So that is a big advantage of taking that combat summoner in the top lane, is that even if you don't use it, it's like a deterrent, right? I'm banning Yasuo and Yo, so that way if you lose, at least Birdie didn't have fun. I mean, that's a good strat. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good strat. You gonna leave Morgana open though, or is that ban number 3? I'm gonna get a solo kill here for Caress. No, not quite enough damage. Yes, you can have Morgana. You crazy, bro. Leave the scout captain open. No wonder our team even plays Morgana. Why would they ban it? Yeah, never mind. You're right. Nobody on the team plays Morgana. Bad champ, to be honest. Eric will play Morgana. There you go. Eric's going to break at the Morgana jungle just to make sure I don't play it. Smart. And CR going to go ahead and just grab this dragon here while the enemy bot lane is resetting. So far, that Tarek bot really has not gotten punished at all. He's doing just fine. How much did Slamurai pay commissioners to get Bernie moved to 5.5? Yeah, I don't get that one either. I thought he played really well last season, but his cost went down. So, very strange. I mean, I play like shit. That's why my cost went down. I don't know why his went down. I think a lot of longtime players had their costs go down. I remember two of the sub 30% win rate. That's just because you don't play ranked, bro. Nice solo kill here by the Alawi. Yeah, the pressure event, the poke eventually gets to Jackson. He goes down. Plat 1. No. Eric, you got masters on Flex Q, bro. The jig is up on you being undercosted. Everyone knows the secret is out. Is Emerald 1 in the last 7 seasons? Yeah, because you don't play ranked, bro. You're fucking sandbagging by not playing ranked. I think Stone G should cost 6.5. Ooh, that'd be hard to afford him for sure. Ooh, nice gank here on Annie. She does have flash, but I don't think she's gonna get it off. And no, she won't. She will go down. People get gifter kills because they hate getting hit by the spirit every 50 seconds, so they just lose their mind and jump in on her. Yeah, kinda. I know that I really wish she still had that mechanic where if you do damage to her, the spirit ends sooner. Like, I get why they removed it. They're like, oh, it makes it seem like fighting her when it's up is the correct option when it's not. But there are times where that would be really fucking helpful. If I could just hit her, if I could smack her a bit and knock the thing off. I hate that my only option now is to retreat. It's bullshit. And yeah, good job by Annie pulling her flash. She's 100% dead. Don't waste it. And Alawi's doing Alawi things in the top lane, but they finally get enough damage to bring him down. That champ's crazy. Almost 1v3s with no ult. That is nutty. This is why I'll never feel bad for Alawi players, by the way. Because, like, no matter how bad this champ is objectively, playing against it is fucking terrible. Like, it's so stupid. Like, it's just, no. I don't want. I don't care. Let that champ rot in hell. It's garbage. It's a garbage design. It's basically like just tanky or Heimerdinger, but at least Heimerdinger pushes it to your has to push the lane because of his turrets. But allow it to just freeze and you can go fuck yourself. So. Anyway, that concludes my rant. Ooh, nice ult, nice gank over the wall. But actually, I think it was fine. No follow-up. Like, I could have just walked away. Or maybe even stunned him under tower, but Alawi, tanky, or Heimerdinger. I mean, that's basically what she is, right? She's tanky or Heimerdinger. Whoa. There we go. I didn't mean to move my map. How did I even do that? Yeah, whatever. Varus is going to get caught out here. He does have both sums. He's going to have to flash. Okay. I mean, who was dead if Annie didn't just throw something like it happened? Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that. Like, if Annie just stunned him on her tower. They're going for another gank here on him. That, I mean, the 3-man is enough to take down the Alawi. She's not that tanky yet. So, there you go. Use that fed Aurora to pressure the map. I like it. I like it a lot. It's well done. 5-0. Start for Aurora. Going for the Malignants first. I don't mind it. I believe in a vacuum, I think Ludens is better, but I think with a team comp, a big AoE team comp, Malignants probably has higher value, so I'm good with it. Did get his Darksteel. Very good for him. Always remember your Darksteel if you're an AP mid laner. The upside is just that high. Ooh, is Jax able to escape here? He has flash. No, he hops to hold it. He does go down. I've never seen him get 5 kills in my games. Clearly, it's a jungle diff problem. Amumu's just been helping him out, and you're just kind of like, yeah, whatever, Crest farm. I don't give a shit. So yeah, imagine if Amumu had a Dark Sealer or 2. He could have like another 4. He could have like another 30-something AP right now. But alas, nice roam here by Andy to shut down this dive, and all 4 members of CR die. So that was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. My goodness, that's gonna put a lot of. All right, hold on. We gotta see this. How did this play go so bad? What happened? Like, it wasn't like Annie roamed over, but it wasn't just that, right? Something bad. They must have messed up the dive somehow. So let's go ahead and see it. What exactly happened that made this play such a disaster? Because, like, yeah, they're here before Annie. Okay. And they kind of catch him out here, but it's it's Nico. Hold on, wait. Was she disguised as a minion sneaking into lane? Hold on, I'm so confused. Oh, it's. I see. Okay. Her icon doesn't appear when she's a minion in Spectator. Yeah, so they knew it was her. They went for it, but they couldn't finish her in time. And then Moo gets kind of caught out, and then they're just tanking the tower. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah.
Seriously.
She missed. Moo would have one-shot her if he smited her, indeed, or if he had a Dark Seal. Yeah, tough. Tough. Huge play for 6v right there. Admittedly, making the best of a bad situation for sure. Rip Dark Seal stacks. Yep. And Alawi continuing her dominance back in the top line now that she's no longer getting 3-manned. Yeah. I think Jax is kind of getting fisted up here right now. I don't think there's really a way out of it anytime soon, so that's tough.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Honestly, as crazy as it sounds, I probably would have considered swapping lanes before going into the game and have Aurora face Alawi. That just feels so much more manageable. Are we actually, hold on, are we allowed to do that in Beer League? Are we allowed to swap roles before loading into the actual game? Is that a thing? I don't see why not. I mean, I don't either, but you know, I'm just asking just to be sure before I try it in a Beer League game and get told I'm not allowed to do that, you know? Like, before you could, because, like, role quest didn't exist, but now the role quest is a thing. Like, you have to... Actually can't... No, you can't, right? Because you can't do it by surprise, because you have to pick your role quest before the actual draft starts. And your opponent will see that, so you'll know you're switching. Okay, so maybe that... I mean, you could probably... It might still be worth doing even if they see it, but... okay, that's interesting. That's kind of a weird quirk of... You pick your role quest in game? No, you don't. You pick it in the lobby. You pick it in the lobby before the draft starts. Unless there's another choice at the start of the game. Yeah, because I've been here in the lobbies. You see the players; they pick their role, so that they're queuing up for. I assumed it was in game too, but is it in game only in practice tool? Maybe. Yeah, in custom games they pick before the champ select even starts. So I guess if you decided you wanted to switch, you would have to switch before the actual in-game draft after the draft your LOL draft. And meanwhile, I'm babbling way too much while actual game things are happening. So let's go ahead and see here Pretty nice on Amumu ulti, but Aurora's going to come in and do lots of damage. Nico's coming in, it's going to stall him by time, but Amumu will go down. Tarek popping the ulti. Nope, is going to go down before the ulti goes out. Now they're running down. They're going to land the stun there on Aurora. Is she going to be able to escape? Well, she's going to be able to kill, but she's going to kill Nico on the way out. Yeah, that's interesting, the whole thing with role quests. It's like, you could lane swap, but you have to show that you're doing it before the game loads in, which probably... Plus, if you lane swap, do you give your opponent the chance to lane swap as well before starting the lobby? Oh my god, that might get way too fucking complicated. We might have to have a meeting about that with the commissioners and figure out how we're going to handle that. Because, like, if I see you lane swapping, am I allowed to lane swap in response before we start the game? And if I lane swap in response, are you allowed to lane swap back? And if we don't show lane swap, are we allowed to just trade champions and do lane swap that way? Like, I don't know. That's kind of wild. We might have to have a discussion about that and figure out what the rules on that should be, because it could get messy if it comes up and we don't know what we're doing. So, but yeah, it's looking like a pretty rough game here for CR. This Alawi is kind of unstoppable despite all those ganks. And you know the Aurora's fed, but she can't 1v5 this game. I'd assume you would normally lane swap before a draft. Once you start drafting on the website, it's locked in anyway. I mean, maybe that's the rule. Like, you have to declare your role before before the draft is done and just stick with it. Maybe, I mean, that's the only sensible way to do that, right? Like, before the actual, like, draft in drafter role. I can't do, like, we do the draft and then before we get into the client draft, we switch roles. Like, that opens up a whole can of worms, which we don't want. Nice catch out here by Nico and Annie, and this is going to be very ugly here for CR, and yep, they're all going to end up going down. I mean, yeah, if you could lane swap by picking a quest at the beginning of the game, that would solve the problem, but that's not how it works. It starts in the lobby, so that makes things interesting.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I guess if you were doing the draft in-game from the beginning, it wouldn't matter, right? Because you just have to go with what you have, but because we're doing 2 drafts, you can't change who's going where after you do the draft just because of the fact that we're doing 2 drafts. So yeah, I guess you just have to declare beforehand. Oh. All right. I mean, you could probably still swap champions though if you really wanted to. That would be different, but I don't know if that would be worth it. Blind Jax is a choice. Yeah, I thought that at the time, and that would be. Yeah, it seems like it was a bad decision. Actually, are we allowed to swap like after? Like if let's say we like draft Yasuo and Yone together, can we decide after the fact like who's picking it? Like, are we allowed to do that? Is that part of the rules? I assume we can, right? We decide who's playing which one. I assume you can. That would be weird if you couldn't, but I guess that's how you would have to lane swap, is you'd have to switch champions, not switch lanes. So, anyway, sorry, I'm ranting a lot about stuff that isn't the game because the game is very one-sided, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, the Jax pick against an Alawi player, the known Alawi player, was, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for CR right now.
You got the wrong Nico.
So which one's the real Nico? This one's the real Sejuani, and that one's Nico. Okay. You can tell because the Nico has her abilities even here, even when she's transformed. Fight's gonna go in. Actually, looking decent here for CR so far. They don't have Aurora here. Are they able to get in there? They do take down Varus, but Tarek's gonna go down. No, Tarek will be used, and now I think CR just has to try to bail with their kill. No, Jax apparently disagrees. He's continuing to go. I mean, this Jax will have value eventually, but for right now, it's really sad. It's really sad. And yeah, at least they did send the Aurora to match the Alawi, which is the right call, I think, if you have to, because Jax clearly cannot stop her in any meaningful capacity, whereas at least Aurora can just blast the wave. So, you know, that will last for now until Alawi gets Hullbreaker or Baron. But it's unfortunate that you need your Fen member to stop the split pusher, but I mean, maybe Xayah could do it. Maybe she does have a lot of AoE. She might be able to hold side lane against Alawi and have Aurora group with the team. That would probably be better if it's possible, if it works. Took me out of cash trying to understand it. Yeah, right? My goodness. I'll have a chat with the I don't know if any of the commissioners are watching right now, but I'll message them after on to talk about the whole lane swapping thing, because I think that it is an interesting thing to think about, and it could create some issues if we don't figure it out beforehand. So talk to them about it and see what they think. What is the question? The question is whether or not you can do the draft in Drafter LOL and then lane swap in the actual in-game draft in order to avoid like a bad matchup, because you have to pick your role quest before the in-game draft. So like, are you allowed to swap at that point? That's the question. And if they are, is the other team allowed to swap in response? And then where does the buck end on that whole scenario? That was what we were talking about. And how is this series still going on? Indeed, this is a very long stream. Flexing has always been allowed for roster players, so I can assume you can swap freely. Well, I'm not talking about like flexing. Like, I'm talking about like, oh, I picked top lane. And the problem is that the problem is created by the fact that you have to declare your role before the draft in the client, in the custom game. Ooh, and Aurora actually gets solo killed there. And Amuma's gonna go ahead and get caught here as well. And yeah, that'll Alawi's gonna do Alawi things over here. My god, she's so strong. Well, hold on. We're about to find out if she needs to do damage to heal. Hold on. Pause. Okay. Why are we ulting at 1 HP? We need to find out. We need to find out if it works the way I think it does. So let's go ahead and UOU. Okay, so let's go ahead and slow this down. Sorry, I'm very self-indulgent here. I don't care. I'm doing it. Okay, so the ults come out, and Taric ult's coming in. Okay, so the Taric ult is now on. Do these tentacle slams heal her? Yeah, they do. Okay, so question answered. Yes, they don't need to do damage. Yeah, the other team also swaps the counter. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, if you decided once you got into game, the problem would be solved, right? But since you choose in the lobby and your opponent sees it, that's the issue. So yeah, so that's the issue there, because of just how the role select works with custom lobbies. I don't think it's going to happen even one time. I mean, we're kind of talking about it this game, right? Because we were like, Aurora would be a way better matchup into Alawi, you know? And it was just like, and it just kind of, it's simple. No, as soon as draft has started, no changes. I mean, that's probably the smart way to do it, is that once you start the drafter LOL, you're locked in with the roles that the champions are going, but you could theoretically swap the players if you wanted to. Or you could swap the champs. So, like, you could have had Smet play Aurora and Caress play Jax if you really wanted to, I guess. But I don't know how many situations that would come up where because you need both players to play both champs and both champs to be viable in both lanes, right? So there's not a lot of scenarios where that's going to occur, I think. The best example we were talking about is probably like Yasuo and Yone, you know? But I don't know. I plan to message the commissioners about it. We'll see what they say, because it is interesting. And I know I'm barely even talking about the game here. 8K gold lead here, 7K gold lead here for for 6v. The Alawi is basically completely unstoppable. And yeah, I think that's going to remain that way for the foreseeable future until these Rays carry scale. Tyler, we can talk about it later. Yeah, not right now. Not right now. I meant later. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely don't mean right now. It's fucking late for sure. It's over. It's past midnight on the East Coast. So yeah, that's why I figure we need to bring this up before this actually happens in a game, and we have to decide. You know. I know that baseball basically had this this issue at one point because baseball has switch hitters, right? And they will choose which side to bat from based on which arm the pitcher uses, right? And normally that's been fine forever because pitchers only throw with one arm. But at one point there was one guy who pitched with both arms, right? And he could choose which one he threw with. And when he would go up against a batter that would also bat from both sides, depending on which arm he was using, it created this pissing match where they both just kept switching back and forth of which side they were going to use. And it was this total clusterfuck, which was hilarious. But it's basically that scenario here. But anyway, nice engage here on the Jax, able to escape. Aurora, again, just kind of on Alawi split pushing duty, but she might not be able to at this point. Alawi's so big. She'll be able to just brute force away. I can't wait to send Slammy to offer a little surprise. That would be something. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, what's more likely is we pick two champions that we both play and then figure out where we're going once the draft is over, but could be interesting. We could roll lane swap too, I suppose. I mean, I do play top lane, you know, it's not, I'm not going to run it down, probably. I can't wait to see Bernie mid, that'd be fun. Yeah, they're trying their best to contest Baron here, but they're too far behind. Isaya's nowhere near online yet, doesn't even have her second item. Whereas Varus is sitting on 3 already, so. Yeah, the Aurora got a nice lead here, but it's just not enough. Yeah, I think the rest of this game's probably going to be a formality, but who knows? Sometimes weird things happen in Beer League. We'll see. Yeah, I'll about the whole lane swapping thing. I'll put a post in the what is it? We have like that little forum area that we sometimes use. I'll make a post about it there a bit after the stream, and we'll figure it out with the commissioners, see what they want to do later on. But right now, we'll go ahead and finish this game here, and then I'll get to shut the hell up because I'm tired. My throat hurts. Whew. Sending 3 to stop Alawi is going to be, they're going to send 5 to stop Alawi. Is going to be enough? I mean, 5 will be enough, right? There's no way she would genuinely 1v5s this. Okay, so she's killed 2 so far. Okay, so she goes 2 for 1 in the 1v5. So Alawi might be a little strong. Why does my throat hurt? I've been yapping like a motherfucker for 3 hours, dude. Yeah, the game's looking kind of rough when you can 5v1 the Alawi, she still kills 2 of you. It's not great. It's not great. They're going to just try for, this is Dragon Soul here. As I said, they're going to try for the steal, and Moon's going to go around the back. That's interesting. And he's going to go in. He's going to try to burst and get alone for steal, and he does steal the dragon. So no Dragon Soul for 6v yet, but they're going to have to run for their lives after that, try to escape. And I don't think they're going to be able to. At least not Aurora, unless Tarek pulls off an amazing rescue. I don't think it's going to happen. Well, Jax is TPing in here, which is a bad idea, but here he goes. And there, yeah, Jax is going to try to turn around and go for Nico, but has to bail once he realizes he can't tell which one is which. And yeah, Jax is just nowhere near tanky enough to do that, so he's going to go down. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold off the Baron push. It wasn't a very good steal by Amumu, but it may be in vain, unfortunately. I don't think they can stop this push. But we'll see. Okay, huge Amumu ulti. I mean, yeah, if the game were closer, that would be a huge play, but I think they're just too far behind. That's tough. Yeah, that will indeed be it. So, finally, this series is over. My goodness. Hit the Nexus, not the Vlad! Yeah, but I remember that. I remember that clip. It's a fucking classic. It's a fucking classic. Thanks for casting. I need to sleep. Bye. Yeah, tell me about it. Holy fuck. Like, what is it, 3.5 hour cast? 3 hours and 15 minutes, so. So, yeah, long fucking cast. I mean, the damage charts speak for itself. There's a Lowy, and then there's everybody else. And Caress tried his best, but you know, I think fed Alawi a little bit better than a fed Aurora, I think. Yeah, that'll do it for me tonight. I am going to cast tomorrow as well. It will be PPP versus BBC at 8 Central tomorrow, so look forward to that. And as far as the other series are concerned, maybe watch party some of them. Maybe see if we can get somebody else to watch party some of them so I don't completely lose my voice. But we'll see. Well, it'd be nice to get them done before the patch hits tomorrow and the games are just lost, but I guess we'll find out. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. This incredibly long first series. Very fitting series for the start of Beer League. And yeah, that'll be it. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, I hit the wrong button.